move on to the next one here. We've got mouz sports with the addition of acor and dexter. Now we've all seen the addition of acor. Fantastic debut, 2-0 over FaZe. Dexter is the one, and we already touched on this a little bit earlier. So let's run with this for a second. How much stock are we putting in all of this news, Striker? Is it basically a done deal as far as you're concerned?
You're talking about Dexter, right?
Yeah, the acor one is obviously done.
Right.
It's the Dexter one that I think we're all a little bit more, because he's going to obviously be the in-game leader of the team and making a move from Australia. Like,
right.
are we getting a portion of this kid's salary? Like, is the show getting a cut?
Come on,
because of the fact that we actually make people aware that he's not a dad.
Yeah, well, that helps. It's crazy that now people know he can travel. It's all good.
Yeah, exactly. Like, so many people thought he was actually a dad.
I thought he was a dad.
Wait, he's not?
No, he's not. And we just tried to.
That's full of lies, dude. Holy shit!
No, it was just a stupid bio that he had. For no apparent reason either.
Now we'll find out he could have joined Liquid as well last year.
He could have been in Europe last year, man, easily. If that wasn't the case, I feel like he would have been in Europe already.
What do we think of this team though, Twist? When you look at this roster, right? Let's assume this is happening. So we got Dexter coming over. He's going to in-game lead now, his first European team. Otherwise, it's always been Australian teams for him. They're going to have acor who's just joined. Obviously, Rops, BMAS, and then Frozen, right? That team, from your standpoint, I want to ask something a bit more pointed. As do you think they have potential? Because obviously they do. Do you think this can be like a mainstay within the top 10?
Yeah, I would say even like top 7. You know,
okay.
I think they have got great players, and I've happened to have a few chats with Dexter with some shuttle rides and events or whatever, and he seems like a very well-headed guy. And he has like a really nice view for the game, and he's also like a really team-oriented person. So I think I'm really excited to see what he does with mouz sports.
Okay. Now, Prof, are we thinking if this does happen, it's going to have massive teething issues for him as the leader to take over and step into? Is there going to be like a level of expectation that's too high because assumably he's taking Carrigan's position?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be difficult because it's different type of an in-game leader, just like as a player, I feel like. So that's going to be a thing, and also just playing European competition nonstop. I think when they managed to play European competition recently, like beginning of 2020, when they played in
they made the finals, right?
They made the finals there. Yeah. They beat that was Mad Lions or Tricked, then like the Hunden acor team and those guys. And they beat they beat Cloud9 and some other European team as well. So they know how to play against these teams, like on a lower level European teams. I mean, he does as well. So I think there is potential there, but playing top teams like Astralis, Navi every other day, that's going to be a different ball game for sure. So I think there is going to be some time needed to adapt for him.
Okay.
Especially after he was gone for like a year, man. Like that's gonna be a pretty big wake up call, I feel like, for him. I mean, props to him if he actually figures it out and he's actually good the second he comes back. Who knows? Maybe that's the case. You know, he could be like a breath of fresh air for mouz sports, especially considering that he's not even the only change in the team, right? And I feel like that makes a pretty big difference.
Yeah.
Just because it's suddenly it's going to be like a different look of an entire team, right? They have a clear upper now. While they were like switching around between Chris J and Carrigan and whoever else before and Robs, and they have a different in-game leader. So the system is obviously going to change based on that as well. So I feel like that it's going to help Dexter with that adjustment for sure. I don't know if it's going to be good, if it's going to be easy, really. I don't think so, but it's going to help.
It's going to be quite a young team because Dexter coming in is 26. The rest of them, Robs is 21. What's Frozen? 19, 20? Maybe something like that. You've got BMAS is like he's like 17, and then what's his name?
acor is a bit older as well.
23, right? So still a pretty young team here, and obviously the Mytha connection with Dexter and Mytha being the coach of mouz sports. I think that might help because he already knows what he's going to bring across to the team. So we got some positives to look at there. I guess there's not too much more to dig into with this because it's quite clearly defined who the players are, what the roles are, and we kind of just have to wait and see when or if this gets announced. It looks like Summit, mouz are playing with their roster with Carrigan and acor, and FaZe are playing with Olaf and Kirby and Co still until the changes happen. So I guess we'll have to wait and monitor those.